Hey guys, today I have a system build, and yeah, those wires down there are not part of the computer. That's just my home theater setup, and I just have it plugged into my big TV. So basically, here's the inside. There's a 660 Ti, a Corsair TX 650, which caused me some problems when I was building the computer, only because it's not modular. So if you look down here, the lighting is not that great. I'll do it again when we turn on the computer. There's a little jumble of wires, but besides that, nothing really gets in the way. And we have the Samsung SSD right there and our 2TB hard drive. So here, let's boot it up. It's fast. The boot speed is very fast. So just let's count. That's probably 10-second boot speed, so that's really fast, assuming the and welcome. So when you boot it up, there's just Steam and Skype, which I pre-installed, and the wireless adapter, which I also installed. So here, it lights up blue, and still not very good lighting, but you can see the only wires are here, which is from the fan, and then one that has to go across the motherboard to reach the CPU. And I apologize for the bouncy camera because I have to record this myself because I don't have someone else to help me. So here's this little jumble of wires. They're just extra wires that we didn't need. And so I will run 3D Mark as a benchmark. And let me talk a little bit. It has a 2TB hard drive, i7-3770K at a 4.3 gigahertz. And Asus P8Z77-V LK. So we're going to run the performance test and we'll see what it scores. While that loads, let me talk a little bit more about the computer. Zalman Z11 case. On the top it has two USB 2.0, your sound, HDD light, which lights up when you're using your hard drive, or reset button, and two USB 3.0. So here, we're running the test. It's getting a solid frame rate. It's not amazing, but only slightly worse than you get with a 670. Exclusive access to. Huh. Okay, because that pop-up came up. So we'll run that again. And so, I mean, I basically went over the entire system, and we're just waiting for the benchmark now, which is running, and it's loading very fast because of the solid state. I don't know if you can see. We'll just keep it like this so you can see the frame rate. So it still doesn't look like it's stuttering, even though it's only 30 frames rather than 60. It still doesn't look like it's stuttering at all. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm just, like I said, short a few hands and I have no help for this. So there's two or three more tests, and then we'll have our so basically the 660 Ti is made to max out pretty much any game at 1080p, which is what most people are playing at, because any resolution higher than that is expensive for a monitor. So I didn't install any games to do a benchmark on, but it would have been a little bit time consuming. So we'll have our results pretty soon. It still doesn't, even though it's only 20 frames per second, 21, it doesn't even look like it's stuttering at all. And now here's the CPU test, so what I did with the processor is it's overclocked to 4.3 gigahertz, but that's only when it's under load. If it's not under load, it'll downclock just so that it doesn't overuse power. And it does have water cooling, Corsair H60 in there for water cooling. So that allows for the high overclock. And it could be overclocked further, but that would be pushing it. I wouldn't overclock it more than 4.3 unless you're willing to have pretty high temperature. So our benchmark is complete, and they're opening it up. And P8Z77, that's very good. That's not 670 gets like 10,000. That's if you have your processor overclocked to 5 gigahertz, which I did with my personal system. So core clock of the graphics card is 1.03 megahertz, and processor clock 4.3 gigahertz, 4.299, and the hard drive is 120 gigabyte Samsung 840 series SSD. So there we have our benchmark, P8Z77, which is very good. It's not the best, but it's very good. And so that is all. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.